Exhibit B. Another photograph.
What's missing from this picture? It's just me, without my bike!
Is this something you could share with the rest of us, Amazing Larry?
Today I want to talk about the passing of the actor Paul Reubens, aka Pee Wee Herman. Let's talk about it. Hello everyone, this is Keith. Welcome to the Ghetto Sapien Show, your home of inner city intelligence. So, about 2 days ago, we had the announcement of the passing of the actor Paul Reubens. He died at 7 years old of cancer. They didn't say what type, what form of cancer, but he had been battling it for 5 years. And the 30th, I think a day before his birthday, he succumbed to cancer. I liked his shtick. Let me tell you that right now. It's kind of nostalgic for me, particularly because when his movie had come out, Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure, my wife and I just moved out to our own apartment. All we could afford was one premium channel, was HBO, and they played Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure to death. We were able to lip sync it, and to this day, Pee Wee Herman's movie is like the catalyst for like a bazillion inside jokes my wife and I share to this day. And let me tell you, as a married couple, you need a bunch of inside secret jokes, just the two of you have, to make each other laugh at any given moment that no one else understands. And Pee Wee Herman's eclectic show really did the trick for that. I showed you that clip of from the movie, and I highly recommend you just watching it. It's pretty trippy and it's just innocent fun for the most part. They show the guy, the Amazing Larry, with the older guy with the rainbow mohawk. Just a throwaway character, but you want to learn more about him, and that's how the characters were on the show. That's one of the things I liked about Pee Wee Herman, the character. He lived in a world that everyone kind of accepted each other. No one really made fun of Pee Wee being pretty much a grown man stuck in the 1950s as a character. You had all sorts of varieties of people in the town. You had young and old. You had the hippies. You had the beatniks. You had, again, like people like Pee Wee Herman all hanging out together. And I thought it just made for a wonderful cast of characters for a very simple movie. He's just trying to get his bicycle back that someone had stolen. Like I said, watch it for yourself. It's one of Tim Burton's earlier movies before he did Batman and Nightmare Before Christmas. Ironically, one of their favorite cartoons. He did that. So you see some touches of the early Tim Burton in the movie itself. And like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think Pee Wee Herman, Paul Reubens, created a unique character, Pee Wee Herman, kind of a nod and sort of a joking look at the morals of the 1950s, innocence and whatnot, which I think he captured pretty well. Because like I said, everyone in town just they accepted each other for what they were. They were all kind of weird, but they'd all kind of fit together. You have to watch it for yourself. Excuse me. Later on, Pee Wee Herman got his own television show. I think it was on NBC. And my wife and I still enjoyed watching it. We were adults then, like in our early 20s. We were watching, this adult TV show for kids. Again, it was still pretty innocent. And one of the things I liked about the show that still strikes me today, especially in today's environment, was his treatment of different characters. He had, like, Lawrence Fishburne, you can see here, he played a character called Cowboy Curtis. Now, he wasn't Black Cowboy. He was just Cowboy Curtis. He acted like a cowboy from like Arizona, whatever. He had the jerry curls and a wild outfit. But he wasn't asked to play some stereotypical black guy. He was just Cowboy Curtis. That's all there was to it. You had this guy, the king of cartoons, William Marshall, a very distinguished actor. If you ever heard his voice, he's done voiceover characters. He played Blackula. Ugh, that was awful. He also played Professor Langstrom, which is a very big character in the Star Trek world. Genius program, computer design and whatnot. Very distinguished actor. He wasn't playing Black King of Cartoons. He's playing the King of Cartoons. And he played him a very royal and very humorous but yet serious way. Another respectful treatment of diversity. But it just wasn't like thrown in your face. It was just, he just was as he was. Also, you had Reba, the mail lady. The mail lady. I thought it was kind of a little play on words there, but her played by a lady named S. Epitha Merkinson. She's in Terminator 2. She's played in Law and Order. Very well-known actress nowadays. And again, she's just a mail lady, braids and all this stuff. And you got to remember, this is back in the 90s when race relations, I think, were a lot better. No one made a big deal about people's race, and it was reflected very well in Pee Wee Herman's imaginative show. How I first heard about the character was when I was working in New York on Wall Street. This is in the 80s. One of my friends, a good friend of mine, we're still friends. There's still a bunch of us who are friends. So he used to go with his girlfriend to see some of the craziest movies, and they were high. They were stoned out of their mind. So they'd come back like on Monday and tell us about the movie. And he told me about Pee Wee Herman. I was like, what the hell am I going to watch that for? And, he gave it his thumbs up, I guess, doobie in one hand, whatever. But he was right. It was a good movie. I didn't go to the movies to see it. Like I said, when we got HBO, they played it like on a loop. So I got to see it a bazillion times. And no regrets. Again, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie. There's a lot of nostalgia, I would say. So I'm biased. That's why I like Pee Wee Herman, because it does remind me of the times when my wife first started out. We were poor as hell, and all we had was 5 Alive drinks, saffron rice. What do you call it here? White Castles. Here in Atlanta, it's Crystals, but that was us. That's all we had, and we had Pee Wee Herman to give us laughs and let us laugh our way through our poverty until we're able to afford a house later on and move out of town and have children. So, I hope Paul Reubens, before he passed, knew how many people's lives he touched with his character and his innocence of the Pee Wee Herman character and how much joy he brought. I really do. That's all I got to say on this. So, hope you enjoyed his character too. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. And good night.